How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Livestream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day. Boys, how y'all doing tonight? Welcome back. I'm on actually like a minute early than normal. It's so weird, but I've had a good bit of sleep. Got a lot of stuff done. Was surprised with how much extra time I have left over. Kinda nutty. I didn't care about PTR tools though. We will see. Yo, how you boys all doing? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good one. Let me get the regular stuff out of the way then. Yeah, let me get the music back up and running and all that. How's that looking? Oh, okay, let's do it like this. Bit of a smooth transition. I can do those. That takes like a couple of clicks. But yo, how y'all doing? BLIZZCON stuff is here, by the way. If you guys haven't seen over on Live Realms, the mount, the pet, the toy, as well as like all the other goodies for all the other titles. Rest in peace, Heroes of the Storm. You will be forever missed. But let's take a look at that real quick. I also want to jump into some of my weeklies. I gotta start gearing out my ults even a little bit. I know there's gonna be a pretty big jump in item level come 10.2, like a 39 item level increase, but I still should at least be like 440 with all my characters. Also, what's it called? Master of the Time Waste thing, the Turbulent Time Waste thing, that's still going on, by the way. So I got a character that I've been leveling in my free time, Shammy. I'm just kind of random rolling on like a random class wheel to see what class it spits out at me. So I've already got my, Undead. That looks good. I got the Hunter out of the way. That was pretty neat. The quest line for Undead was pretty cool. I think the Night Elf one was probably the best one. The Worgen was actually short. So imagine like all the other ones are going to be short, except for this one, the Orc one. But yeah. Rogue, I'm down to get a Rogue key done. I don't think the Rogue actually has anything for the weekly this week, does he? Let me check, because I know my Evoker actually got a couple of bosses killed over in the raid, and I may be doing that this week as well. Let me also pop the fan on real quick. Alright, now we are good. I don't remember if I did any weekly stuff on this guy. I've been doing weekly stuff on PTR. Yeah, I haven't even killed like a single boss. Let me show you what the mount looks like, by the way. What's it called? Blizzard, something like Tamed Blizzard, Bound Blizzard. There it is. It's pretty neat. It's kind of unique. Hold on, let me do this too. Console, action cam. So you can see a little bit the mount, a little bit better of the whole entire mount. It's cool. It's like an earthy elemental, but like a snowball instead. Got like metal armor bits, and also he's got a really cool like animation. That's his like not an idle animation. What's it called? Mount special animation. He's just juggling. He just does it for a while. Rogue Assassin. Should we play Assassin? Dude, I would love, yo, Assassin on live, you mean? No, dude, it is depression in comparison to what's he getting in 10-2. 10-2 Assassin, insane. 10-2 Assassin on live, depression. However many weeks we gotta wait until 10-2 is here, man, I would, if you're someone who loves playing Assassination Rogue and you're excited for 10-2, just wait. Literally just... Even I'm the same on Outlaw too. I don't even want to play the current version of Outlaw. Mount Skull, I like the animation. Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's kind of cool. It also flies, so like if you're not in the Dragonflight zones, I mean eventually we'll be able to like normal fly in Dragonlands anyway. I think it's 10-2 is actually when they're bringing that in. Like a pathfinding achievement or whatever. I don't even know what you'll need to do for it. I imagine like do the news, explore the new zone, finish up some of the story, maybe reach a certain like renown with a faction. Or is it just like max renown with everybody? I don't even remember. Yeah. Best Blizzard reward is a onesie. Yeah, the onesie was so good, dude. Yeah, let me see if I can find that thing. Where is it? It's like a set, right? They're just like, is it all the way on the bottom? What would they put it? Or is this not where I'd find it? What would the onesie be? Do I just got BlizzCon? Blizz. One... Okay, hold on. If I hop on the Yak, I might actually be able to find it like that. Hold on real quick. Okay. There it is. Yeah, the onesie is so good, dude. The onesie is honestly the best reward in like ever. But one thing that I also noted, and this is like a common thing that's been like noted by the community in general. Like whenever it's like, oh, what may be in the next expansion? Usually a lot of the mounts they put up, whether from the store or whether like BlizzCon mounts, there's been a trend of them doing this since I think Warlords of Draenor, or maybe before that. Actually, might have been Miss Pandaria. There was a Sky Reaver mount that came out. It was just kind of like a random mount, came out of nowhere. Sky Reaver? Yeah, the Iron Sky Reaver. It was just like randomly popped up in the store while we were in Miss Pandaria. And we thought, maybe that's like just a unique mount. Cool. It's kind of like a dragon of sorts with two heads. And then Warlords of Draenor expansion came out shortly after. During Warlords of Draenor, they added a... Is it Suramar? Sura... Maybe I'll find it through here. Hold on. And just go to the shop. Because a lot of them ended up being like a shop mount thing. Also, Little Mags. I'm yet to get him. Should I get this guy? I don't even know, dude. I feel like I should get Little Mags. Which one was it? This guy, Mystic Rune Saber, randomly came out during Warlords of Draenor. Just a random cat. No one said anything about it. No one really noted much. And then it turns out to be like a mount that the Nightborn were riding, and that led us to Legion. In Legion, this thing came out. No, that was BFA. In Legion, I don't think they had any mounts on the store. But they did have, let me show you. But they did have, what is it called? Okay, BlizzCon? Is that what I got? The Interceptor. And then there's the Alliance one, which is like the, basically like faction ships, right? From BlizzCon 2017. And that kind of came out at random. We didn't really know what that was all about. And that was during BlizzCon. That was like the unique thing that was added then. And then Battle for Azeroth trailer came out. It was like, okay, faction combat makes sense why we got faction mounts. And then during BFA, they had a couple of them. Where were they? I actually just had them. We had this guy, the Volpine Familiar, that ended up being like a fox that hangs out on our wield. And then this thing. And they weren't linked to anything at all. I mean, maybe it's one of those things where they just kind of came up with these mounts and then they came up with the idea of expansion and just reused these things. But it's a pretty common theory, tinfoil hat theory, in the community that they usually will release some sort of like an in-game thing that somehow connects to the next expansion in one way or another, right? So this whole time we had what, the Sapphire Skyblazer. Maybe that'll be somehow related. Maybe this thing was a hint. Maybe the Sun-Warmed Furline was a hint at some point. Right? Maybe, possibly, maybe not even. Who knows, right? But yeah, that's this mob. They had a Fate Dragon Sky Reaver. Did they have Fate Dragon back in MoP? I don't think that ends up. I don't think the Fate Dragon ends up really connecting to WoW, does it? The Mechano Drake was a lesser hint. The Mechano Drake. Hold on. Drake? I'm sure it's not Mechano Drake. I'm sure it's not actually called Mechano Drake. I'm just gonna Drake. I can spell Drake. Is it the one we have? Which one? I'm not seeing. Did I just type in dragon, maybe? Dragon. This is gonna show all types of dragons out there. This thing? Incinerator? You know, at the time when this thing came out, I don't think anyone really said, oh, this has to link to an expansion, Mechanomes or something. Or like Tinkerer. I don't think anyone said anything about this one. But maybe it wasn't like a leak season at the time. So, who knows? So maybe none of that is real then. Who knows? Honestly, I have no clue, dude. Monkman Walker is Frank D. What? What do you mean? Explore all the zones, 15 rep with all the factions, finish all campaigns. Oh, it's not that bad. I mean, the rep stuff with the renown. Is that difficult? Chat, do you guys have a hard time getting your renown done? Because I got all mine done. But like, I'm kind of just vibing. I'm having fun playing the game. So like, I'm just down to do it just for the sake of doing it, right? Finishing up Tuskar, get into finally finish out some of those quests before. I think it was before 10-1. That was fun for me, but like, I don't know. Does anybody actually do these or do you ignore them? Because I imagine if you played back in SL, you probably ignore them since you don't really need them. But then again, also, do you really even need to do them for like normal flying? Do you really even need normal flying when you have dragon riding? Because I know there's people that's at the very beginning when the expansion was coming out, everybody said dragon riding is going to be a gimmick. It's just something you're going to play with for like 8 hours and then you're never going to touch it again. You're never going to use this thing ever. It's just going to be there like a novelty, and maybe you'll get a couple of mogs or whatever for your mount or appearances or whatnot, and then you're just going to drop it and forget about it. But it's like, I mean, I don't know, like being able to go from the ground towards the top of the tower in like, I don't know, seconds is kind of nice. I don't really even know how long it's going to take for a normal mount. Because like, I mean, if you've done the, what is it, the cup, right? Is that still active or is that active already? Okay, yeah, Eastern Kingdoms is still active. If you haven't done it, by the way, it's really cool. Basically, it brings races to different parts of like old world. So this time it's Eastern Kingdoms. They have one for, Kalimdor, and they had one already. I've done all the races, right? Flying to those race locations, boring, slow. Doing the races and you zoom in. And it's just like, imagine if you took those speeds and you, instead of doing a race, you could just fly anywhere you wanted to. I feel like you could cross the entire continent. Maybe in like a minute, maybe a minute and a half. I mean, I feel like you go from the top of Darkshore all the way down to Oldham in like insanely fast times. But also I think it'd be kind of fun because you could just like kind of wheel around and stuff. I don't know. Zero renown with Loam Niffen. Are you gonna need Loam Niffen renown for? Okay, if they do, I don't know what the requirements are for pathfinding. I do hope it's like dragon scale. All right, fine. Maruk, perfectly fine. Iskara, fine. Well, Draken, as long as they give like catch-ups for these guys, right? The 4 original ones, the OGs. And do you really need to fly underground? Do you really need Loam Niffen to be able to fly? I feel like flying in Emerald Dream and maybe doing it for the current factions would make sense, but going back to like older factions, like imagine a player just came back to the game, right? They were like, all right, I decided to skip out on Dragonflight. 10-1 came around, wasn't in. 10-2, oh, Rogue change, oh, Demon Hunter change, that looked good, I want to hop on it, right? Imagine having to go back and do rep for 10-1. You know, the way I would have done it is catch up. You got a lot of XP, and doing just about every activity just lets you collect a little bit of rep for every single faction and make the rep quests award like a lot more rep than normal. Just again, catch-ups and stuff. I probably wouldn't add Loam Niffen into that requirement. Just make them do the new faction, right? If they want to go back to Loam later, they can. If they want to do that renown grind for the toys and mogs or whatever, let them. But like, I wouldn't tie it. You know what I mean? Any fight today? Probably not today. Usually we do them on Fridays and Saturdays. Usually we do them on Friday on EU, Saturday on NA. Unless we can get like 5 homies or 10 homies over on like PTR. I'd love to do them on PTR at some point. I think it'd be great. 0 renown for Loam Niffen, yeah. Yeah, hopefully, I don't know, man. There's still a little bit of time. I'm pretty sure that's one of those things that can be adjusted really easily. But like, who knows, right? Let me see what I got on this guide. Explorer zones do all the campaigns. Yeah, I feel like Explorer zones to do campaigns and maybe take campaigns out of that whole... I don't even know if that's an upgrade. Not for Augie. Is it worth? I feel like I should take it for the item level. I think I'll take it. I'll just take it for the item level. I don't think those stats are good at all, though. My 3 bosses that I got to kill last week on Mythic. Actually, I might actually end up raiding a lot this week because a lot of people are checked out for the week, or at least like called out for the what is it, the evening or 2. But yeah, I would probably just do like, as long as you can do the quest lines, like maybe get enough rep and you can start a quest line and just kind of blaze through all the quest lines of that faction or something, you know, like just make it like, I mean, it's like normal flying. I don't really know if I'm gonna use it. If somebody wants to use it, they can. Like, I don't really understand. Like, I just hope it's not painful. You know what I mean? Imagine you coming back to the game and you just go, oh, I gotta do a grind. Sweet. You know what I mean? Blizzard have finally done a really good rework on Overwatch and Sombra. It's kind of good to see the game doing something positive. I think it's good, man. Baby steps, right? Baby steps. We'll eventually get there. Alrighty, so while we're waiting on potential PTR build, hopefully this week, because last week it was on a Tuesday. It's possible they'll get it out this Tuesday, but not 100% guarantee, you know? But I am gonna have the the patch notes, the develop notes on here in case there's an update, and I'll be the first one to jump in as soon as we have it. I'm thinking get my alts a little bit of gear, man. I gotta start gearing these guys even a little by little. You know what I mean? Like the Warlock needs something done at some point. None of my renown and DF is above 18. I mean, you're basically done, right? You don't really need more than, at least I don't think. Hold on a sec. Alrighty, Shane, how you doing, my guy? Welcome. Yo, Tim Bones, yo, can we get a hashtag Shane and chat, my man? Thank you so much, boys. Appreciate you. Yo, thank you. Hey, Al, how's Locke shaping up in 10-2? Locke actually plays super well, man. Locke actually plays really well. I haven't played Affliction too much. Destro is basically the same, but like, I like that the tiers that kind of sort of works. I don't know numerically how it's doing, but like, the gameplay is there, right? The rotation is there. Demo is where I think we're getting probably the most out of it, just because they're changing the spec entirely. One, your tier set is a pretty big impact to your damage, but like summoning up a bunch of these Doom Fiends and letting them blast things to smithereens. Fun. Actually kind of fun. It's very passive because it just kind of happens for you. But like being able to set up like a bunch of dots rolling in and then just letting them summon up, and it feels like the rest of your rotation feels a bit more impactful, right? Getting a big old tyrant, you can't AFK nearly as much anymore, right? It feels like your actual gameplay, your actual basic rotation outside of your big demon windows is actually important. So being able to maximize your soul shard spending, soul shard building, and looking for like, you know, building up a bunch of imps, sending out demon dogs on a big trash bag, then sending those imps into the big implosion feels satisfying. It just changes your profile a little bit, similar to like Unholy Death Knight. I don't think they quite landed on exactly what they wanted to do with Demo. Like, it feels better, but Unholy I feel like is more satisfying because the class is no longer a 3-minute class, it's a 45-second class. So like every 45 seconds you feel like you're doing something. In dungeons, in raids, that's a lot better flexibility. You can still have a really good gargoyle window, but like every 45 seconds you're useful, I guess. I feel like for a demo, they were kind of like already useful every minute with the Tyrant, and you kind of just like, you don't have nearly as big of a shift, like big button cooldown to like, you know, every 45-second value increases. It's because you're already like about every minute you were effective. I feel like that makes it pretty difficult to like see the difference. Hey, thanks so much. I just got the alert now, I guess. Hey Chris, I did my man. Hope you have a good one. Block is 420. Yeah, my luck is 431, dude. I need gear on this thing. I need to get a key done. Yo, is SP online or is Gundy on by chance? Because I need a key done, dude. I gotta get some of these characters caught up even a little bit. Like now I think I've been slacking so bad. I had a 16 and now it's down to a 10. This is really terrible. Oh no. But yeah, I would love to be on PTR right now though. So late. All good, my guy. Yeah, it is a little late, but I think it'll be alright. You know what? I'll play Jester, because Jester I don't think is going to be changing too much. Another spec I gotta give a go on PTR, I think, is... Nah, that's not what I meant to do. Another spec I gotta give go on PTR is... maybe like a... I don't know. Am I even going to be able to find the key, actually? 17. Maybe like a freehold. Maybe an elf. I'll try it. I don't know how this is gonna go. Grass farm. Quick keys. Maybe item will be enough. I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, I'll set up. What is it? Notharus or Notharians? Oh, Notharus. Okay, so I have like a score. But freehold probably my best. Maybe best choice. I don't even know. But yeah, so late. Yeah, it's all good. Do you have a favorite for season 3 dungeons so far? Yes, I do. I think the Legion dungeons, surprisingly, they scale really, really well. Blackrock Hold on Fortified is going to be a little doozy, but outside of that, it's a great instance. I think it's going to be awful and sanguine, but I like it because I think it ends up working out pretty well. Like, surprisingly, it doesn't like overscale, underscale. They got it down tuned right. Because you can run the whole thing on a 20 plus on a tyrannical and fortified, and it's very doable. So that one I'm surprised to the test of time. I thought that one would be a problem maker. Another one I thought would be a problem maker is Darkheart Thicket. Also fantastic instance. Everbloom, I'm not sure about some of the boss mechanics and some of the ads, but like it's a fair difficulty, I'd say. I would say I like Throne of the Tides a little bit better. Second boss of Throne is a little awkward, but it's not terrible. Dawn, I think, is going to be good once scaling is fixed, but right now scaling is all kinds of weird. So if I had to name like the ones that I like, the ones that I don't, what else am I missing? Hold on, we got Legion ones, right? We got Dawn, so that's 4. Throne, Everbloom. What am I missing? Oh, Wakerest. Wakerest is awesome. Wakerest is great, unless Sanguine. Wakerest is incredible, and so is the Taldazar. No, so there's at least like 4 that I love. The Mega Dungeon is awesome. The WUD and the Kata converted ones are okay. They're okay. They're alright. But like, they could be better, but like, they're okay. Alright. It's too bad I don't know like a Lust class or anything. Yo, anybody got a key you want to do? Anybody want to sacrifice a key for your boy? Because I don't have a key. I need a decent key, man. Affliction doesn't see the corruption bugs and gimps. Oh yeah? Is it bugged? That's unfortunate. I got invited to halls. I'm not a big fan of halls on Infusion, but I'll give it a hell of a shot. It's on Fortified, so it shouldn't be too bad either. Hopefully, right? Let me grab like consumes and or don't even need any. Not like I can afford it, dude. I'm looking at my goal. It's like 117. Oh no, dude. No. What's the best Warlock spec for keys right now? I know it's like end of the season, people are pushing. Assassination for some reason is up there. Like, why? Why is Assass in the A tier on sub creation? What is happening? I guess Jester is decent. I'm excited for Demonology next patch though. I think that should be pretty good, hopefully. Bakecrest and AD. Blasphemy is not calling Bakecrest. Best of the real. Dude, I skipped out on that one entirely. Like my brain just skipped a step. So yeah, that's my fault. Let me show you the banner, by the way, the toy they added. It is called like Blizzard, yeah, Chilling Celebration banner. It's pretty neat. You drop it down, you right click it, and you can get a banner that kind of sits on your character. It's kind of nice. Then there's also a pet. Use Sarah as a Murloc. It falls asleep a lot. That's really about it. It's pretty neat. But yeah, you can drop it. I believe everybody else can just walk up and right click it and get a banner. But yeah, let me see if I can chill them out while we're at it. Dude, this guy is having a hard time getting people in. Yo, where's Gundy at, man? Hold on. Let me see if Gundy wants to tank it real quick. Because I'm just trying to get my weeklies out of the way. What is Gundy's reality name? He's yo, hold on. Hey. Wait, okay, no, he's on Wrath. Let me actually ask him. Hey, Keys? Keys on live? Hearing alts. I want to see, because I know Wrath is out, and I know that everybody's going to be doing Wrath of the Lich King. He might actually be just doing a bunch of Wrath stuff. The battle animation is cool. After a bit, it just kind of floats up like a Saren Legion. Does it actually? I never noticed it. Where is it? There it is. So I guess I'm just gonna wait and pay attention to see if it ever does that. I haven't noticed that at all. I just saw the thing fall asleep a lot. That's really about it. Come on, man. I think we could grab a Rogue. I think Rogue will be fine. 2k score for a, what, 16 halls. Grab those two. Just grab the bear and grab the warrior. I think we'll be fine. Double warrior will be okay. There we go. There we go. We just need a healer. We'll be set. Just like a decent enough healer. It'll be golden. One more aspect is a Murloc. It will be set for life. Do we have... Hold on. We do have Alex Strazum aspect. Ysera. I guess we have Deathwing. Do we have Murazond? Do we have Caligos? I don't know if we do. But yeah. Chat. I think I've been playing PTR for a little bit too long. I'm at a point right now where I cannot play my Rogue on live at all. I think I had to give up on my Rogue until 10.2. I've been playing a lot of Outlaw with the new talent of Crackshot, where I vanish and I press between the eyes and I get my calm points back and I can just spam it over and over. Same thing with dances. And it's like, it creates such a fun window of just burst and a bit of randomness, but also reactive gameplay. I love it, man. I love it, but it just makes it so much harder for me to like go back to live, press my dread blades. That's going to be gone too, but I'm having to press dread blades, ambushes, dispatches and stuff, right? Trying to build up my damage or whatever, roll the bones, and like, or I can just go like press killing spear on PTR. It just like, it's like ruins the experience, but in the best way possible. You want to hail Mythic Dottie for a good brother? Doing a full clear. Trying to get keys out of the way on some DPS alts, friend. I would have loved to join you, Cora, but yeah, I'm just gonna be doing this for a bit. What is your opinion about the new druid form? So we haven't got to see a lot of him yet, right? There's the cat forms, there's a bear form, we got a shaman. I haven't seen shamans in like a good while, dude. That's the one class that I feel like rested shaman, or one spec rather. I feel like that's just been eating a lot of disrespect recently. Like Blizz. I do hope they kind of make a comeback at some point, man, you know? Like a big comeback, because they were really good for a good bit, right? Just drop a healing rain, and then just toss a bunch of heals out and you're good. And everything just melted around you. But as for druids, sorry, I'll keep going on tangents, dude. I swear I have like ADD or something. Yeah, we haven't got to see a lot of him yet, right? Boomkin form is the only one that we kind of got to like see sorta, but like also not really. And with that one, we only... What's the guy? Hi, how's it going? Let's get these guys over here. We haven't got to see the travel forms, the bear forms, the cat forms, and like to see how the animations look. If you've seen like any of the bear, like the rune bears out in the new zone, Emerald Dream, or any of the cats or whatever, that's more or less what they will look like. But being able to play around with the boomkin animations is one thing. Being able to just see like an NPC out in the open and be like, okay, that's probably what my bear form is gonna look like. It's a little different. I think they're cool. I think it's good that they're giving druids a new shapeshift forms, because you know it doesn't matter how you mog yourself, right? At the end of the day, you're going to be in that bear form or the cat form, and there's only so much customizability you can really do. So, yeah, I feel like it's good that they added stuff like that. It was a stream day. What's the stream today? I'm thinking do some live stuff while scouting out to see if we get a what's it? A 10.2 update. We'll see if we get one. Raise. How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. What's my pet? I might as well have the Merkel version of this thing out for a bit. Am I sacrifice? No. Is that the build, Jake? I think. I kind of want Destro to get a changes, man. I kind of think the Destro probably deserves a revamp. This spec has been about the same for like ever, and I feel like its class challenge tree, this right hand side, is a little like finicky. I'm not a fan. Like it's a great spec and I love playing it. It's so fun. It's so easy to get into, but I feel like it could do more. It could use more, and I feel like somebody at the Blizz team just got to give them a little more. You know, the correct build. Cool. Cool. They need to revamp the middle gate. I think they just need to revamp this whole right side because I feel like you end up doing a lot of skips towards the capstones, and it feels like just what you pick up at the top is just, I don't know. I feel like Havoc needs to be baseline. I feel like Havoc needs to be baseline because you always got to pick up Havoc unless you don't want to do single target. But I feel like that's core identity of the spec is being able to cleave. And I feel like Havoc should just be a baseline thing, right? Chaos Bolt, why is that should be baseline maybe too, right? And I feel like Rain of Fire should also probably be baseline, so you can just go pick up like Inferno or Cataclysm, and I don't know, some of these things I think should probably be baked together so you can just pick up more stuff. I think it'd be good. I think it'd be healthy. Also gotta watch out for my what's this, the buff. Make sure I try to do the haste buff if I can. So I'm really slow for this. So I need to go down everything here. Also, I forgot about material set entirely. That's how long it's been since I played this thing. It's been a bit. It's been a while. God, I forgot just how much like lack of casting this spec has. It's actually crazy. Or how much like lack of instant casting, I guess. That, or I'm just so used to playing with the portals at this point. The portals are kind of nice. What's your keybind setup? You're really good for multi-classer. Wait, what? Well, what's the keybind layout? Because you're really good multi-classer. So I have my keybinds down to base rotation is 1 through 4 plus R, and then Shift R is usually my stun. Then I have T and Shift T as like utility abilities for a class. So like maybe like something you'll use once in a while, like Channel Demon Fire, or this is a good pull on Tyrannical. Also, I don't think I'm that good of a multi-classer, but I appreciate you. And I'll have like my Mortal Call on T as well. So that would be kind of like utility things, survivability things, crowd control. Middle mouse is usually like my burst abilities. Barely really ever have to press it. Then also Shift T is usually my trinkets for PvE and PvP purposes. F and Shift F are like more utilitarian abilities. So like that's my Curse of Tongues. And my Drain Life. Usually one of them ends up being a heal. And I kind of like set those keybinds up in such a way where that's like that for every one of my characters, and I don't ever change that. That's just how it is. For every single character that I know where my stuns are, or where my main CC ability is going to be, where my base rotations are going to be. Usually 1 and 4 is where my more important abilities are going to be up, while 2 and 3 are like dot stuff. And that's more or less kind of how I organize it. And because I have it so uniform, like every time I switch over to another character, I don't have to like relearn anything. I'm just kind of like adapting that like muscle memory developed from one character onto everything else. And I think that stuff helps out a lot. I mean, for some people, they would rather have like a completely different keybind set out for every single one of those characters, because every character is pretty unique in terms of how it plays, how it performs, what's like needed off of them, or whatever. So I get either argument for it. Honestly, I'm gonna dive here, I think, unless you're fine. Sorta. My damage is very, very low though. I'm definitely not doing any damage whatsoever. At least compared to like the warriors and stuff. It's been a while, dude. It's been a bit since I played some Destra. I'm so out of practice with this thing. It's so bad. I get everyone's point. I feel like I just need to hit a boss for a bit, man. I need to hit a boss for like 2 seconds, and it's gonna feel much, much better. But yeah, so my keybinds usually 1 through 4, R, Shift R, T, Shift T, middle mouse, F. And then I have Alt 1 or Alt 2 as utilities, Shift 2, 3, 4 as other utility spells. F1 through F4 are my defensives. And I have like Naga buttons as well for like whatever other unique class utility abilities as well. And I try to keep it as uniform as I can. I only play Assassination Rogue for talents through background. It does look good, doesn't it? It does look good. Valeria is a fantastic character. I feel like Valeria needs to be in the game more often. Also, if you ever want to just check out Valeria's model, I know she used to hang out in like BFA areas as part of like that quest line. But if you go to like the Rogue Order Hall, they swap her model out, like the original model she had back in Wrath, for the new one. Pretty cool. I feel like if I channel here, I was gonna say, I feel like if I channel here, I'm probably gonna get screwed, huh? But we are golden. Oh, look, boss damage. That's doing pretty good. I can do that more or less. That's pretty easy as a Destra. AoE, I don't know. I struggle. I don't even know why. Let me feel that. Also, I have a Naga. Everything I use 1 through 4. 1 through 4 on keyboard. As long as you have like a set of keybinds that's like comfortable for you, that's all that really matters, honestly. As long as it's personally comfortable. I'm surprised that worked as well as it did. Also, I hope I get the trinket for this place. Just because my trinkets have been absolute just dog for a good while. I'm just gonna not move. Hold my ground. Can I switch, can I port across, or is that gonna be... Ah, that would've been fun. I use 1 through 6 and plus and minus on the Naga, and Q, E, R, F, and keyboard. Oh, okay, yeah. Some people like using like Q, E, R, and basically everything around your mobility keys. Those are pretty good, honestly. Not something I ever got like comfortable with, so I never end up utilizing those. But as long as you're using keybinds that you're comfortable with, I think for the most part you're going to be chilling. Also, don't I want to be chaos about them for the 2 targets? Or under 5? I'm having to relearn Destra, dude. But then again, I feel like learning Destra now, playing Destra now, it doesn't really change that much in the next patch. Not really. Except for like portals. Which just feel like a nice bonus. I feel like a really good rework would enforce the fire side of the spec. I just feel like having a little bit more options, because it just feels like no matter how you construct your build, as a Destra, I end up picking the same stuff over and over. But yeah, having like more of like a chaotic side, fire side, right? Like I don't even feel like the portal ability should be a capstone. It's nice, it's good, like convenience, but I feel like that's something that should be as easily accessible as like Shadowburn, I think, you know, like basic things for Destro, because outside of this, your rotation is Incinerate, Immolate, Conflagrate, and Chaos Bolt, and you like, it feels like it takes, you have to go really out of your way or really find a way to build into the tree if you want to pick up like some of these things. Like Shadowburn is locked behind talents, Soulfire also locked behind talents, at least a talent you're gonna pick up. But like, look at my build, I just go down the middle to get capstones as fast as possible. I'm ignoring everything that's like, okay, here's like more buttons. You're literally just ignoring buttons. And I think that's probably not a great design. I imagine you would want to have, you'd want to press buttons, right? The more buttons you have, the better, hopefully. I'm gonna die. I got 3 of these things. I'm so dead. I'm done. Let me pop one of these in here. Maybe I can mortal call one of them. A little bit at least. Also remember when people used to go left instead of right for like all their what is it? All of their pathing or whatever. It's been a bit. Yeah, you can drop a blasphemy and get 1 incinerate damage out, lesser shade free. I feel like there could be a lot of cool stuff they could add. I don't really know exactly what you would add, but there's a lot of ideas on the table, I think. Just gotta get creative. It's just like, it feels like a missed opportunity, right? And like, I guess Warlocks have gotten revamps before, like Affliction, for example, with some of the capstones. So they have been able to do that before. I just kind of want them to get like the same thing mages have gotten recently, where they're really like, all right, this is baseline, that is baseline. Because I felt like that was really good. I feel like that was very, very healthy. I'm just gonna take some damage. I feel like maybe it'll feel better with the new tier set. Just running around and being able to, maybe also hit her with a curse. Should have done it a long time ago. But I feel like with the new tier set, it'll probably feel a little bit better too. Just because you'll be able to have a bit more instant casting, and I think that's going to be good. I think it's going to be also pretty healthy. Got something in the spec really needs, just more movement. And the only way you can really do that right now is through instant cast without giving them more mobility. Or I honestly would even be like if there was a talent where you could move while incinerating. I think that would be really good too, because that, like, how broken would that be? Or would that be like insanely broken, no way that was gonna cut it ever? Because I feel like that could be kind of nice, big convenience factor. Having to move around here is just super atrocious. Trying to like pre-position in case I want to move with a port and whatnot. But I guess I could have done that better, honestly.
AOE incoming. Watch your step.
Like those 5 variable builds. And I'll challenge endgate. But what? You could drop Blasphemy and go incinerate damage, less shards. I don't know. Blasphemy seems really good. Like I don't really know if I want to drop Blasphemy. I don't know. It feels really strong. I like the resources you get out of it too. I think that's like the biggest thing that I like about it is the resources. Plus that whole like build, I mean, you just basically get a free Chaos Bolt. That seems really nice. But I mean, unless you mean like for the next patch. And I haven't really messed around with builds. I I think he'll still end up doing more or less this. He'll just pick up Dimensional Rift minus Channel Demon Fire, so he'll probably pick up something that is gonna plant you in the ground. Let me see if I can actually switch out pets real quick. I mean, I'm just gonna be atrocious, dude. I was really hoping I'd be able to impress you boys, but I'm completely out of practice with this thing. Like, it's ridiculously bad. So I wish I had it. Oh wait, I do have a slow. I just on a different keybind. Stun them all real quick, so don't have to deal with the buffet for a bit. Pet? Why is my pet way back there? Pet? There it goes. I'm trying to dispel myself, but he's just nowhere near me. Oh, I'm gonna die unless at least I got that. Okay, sorry, there's a lot going on right now. It's been an absolute minute. Oh, look, blasphemy with the stuns. I mean, that's just insanely good. I feel like it's a must-have. That disruption is fantastic. I mean, we've seen how good that is with Evoker, right? Just the constant disruptions, even if they're not like super big on damage. I mean, I guess it's just like most of the damage buff, but just the fact that you have disruptions, I mean, that's awesome. Okay. Let me try to see if I can mosey on over here. Is a pet nearby? He's taking forever. Okay. Is it? Don't know imps have like an ability to like reposition back to me really quickly? Yeah, they do. Look at him leap. Look at him go, dude. Also, does Curse of Jake? I feel like it's probably super late in the expansion or in my time playing WoW to ask the question. But does Curse of Tongues do anything for a boss like this? With like the glacial surges? Or is it only like casts that can be interrupted that it slows? How does it work? Teach me. I actually have no clue. And I'm too embarrassed to ask anyone else. The pop-up on bosses, I think I'll cast, but at lesser rates. So like this thing, Glacial Surge, it is making that like slower. That Glacial Surge ability specifically, right? It works on that as well. Or is it like you're guessing and it's like, oh, I have no idea. At the end of the day, I have not a lot of clue, because I have no clue. You know what? I'm gonna give him a res. We're gonna be here for a second. My damage is low. I think so, not 100% sure. Okay. At least I'm not the only one asking the questions. Hasn't he even played Warlock longer than I have? Or at least you mained it at some point. I'm trying to see if we can reposition. Oh, not good. Okay, we'll go over here instead. Go far. I'm just gonna go far. Nice. Let me switch out the pet, because I feel like this guy just ends up kind of hanging back too far. I don't want a pet that's actually doing stuff. Then I'll think I'll see if I can what's it? I'll see if I can Ask a buddy of mine then, because I always wanted to know. I'm kind of hoping the tank does like a decently sized pull here. Oh damn. I can kick now. I probably shouldn't have toned that in. Okay, decent pull. I like it. Or no, maybe not. Oh wait, yes we are. I don't even know how I'm hitting that guy. Feels like you should be line of sight at this point. Fear. Where's my pet at? Oh, pet was line of sight in that thing. Okay. That makes sense. Fear? Okay. Okay, let's do that. The line of sight in this place is just absolutely insane. I never thought about the how the pet can actually like see the mob because of these pillars in the middle. Pillars? I guess pillars. Yeah, I don't know, man. Blasphemy seems really good. Blasphemy seems kind of good. Uh-oh. Okay, that works. Is it tyrannical this week? It feels like fortified for some reason. I don't know why. I assumed it was fortified, but I guess it kind of makes sense with the bosses then. Wait, hold on. I can remove that too. That's another key I actually got to keep buying as well. Is the, what is it? The purge ability on warlocks. Like the consume, devour magic. That's the one. I just don't have it keep out anywhere. I feel like that. It's nice that it's bind spell lock in, like immediately to like a key bind. Because it's like a pet ability or whatever. But I kind of wish the other one also was bound as well. Like 2 buttons, right? You could have one or the other. That's actually really, really useful. I keep forgetting that's like actually part of the utility of the class. But I imagine I'm not the only one. Never wait to see Never Dungeon again. Dude, this one, yeah, I am excited to never see this one. This dungeon could actually just rot. It was fun for a bit, but like, I feel like if they do ever bring it back, make it like, just take out some of the annoying mechanics. And that's it. Because I really hate like the skip, how you can't really get yourself a decent skip. And how slow it all takes if you ever just like royally mess up with this place. I hate it. It's just, it's terrible. Like it's an okay instance, like the bosses are fine. I feel like the heal check for the third boss is ridiculous though. So maybe there should be like an interrupt check, you know, something DPS could do to help out. I don't know. So it's just not all only on the healer. Also, I would love for these swirlies not to be swirlies, but like more a circle. Just so you know if you're standing in like, you're gonna die or not. Because circles, perfectly fine. Can tell exactly I'm safe, right? They become swirlies, I can't tell. Can't tell the difference. Like, look, they're bozing over. The swirlies, how close can I be? How far do I have to be? That man is just dead. How do he die? There we go. Rip. Wait, hold on. I can actually res him. Wait, this is good. I can res you. Do I see you? Down main. Hold on. I can see if I can res you. Back here. Hold on. I got you. I got you, friend. Here we go. Pop your res. Do your thing. You're back in. We're good. We're golden. Hopefully somebody will end up running through so the waves fade. I don't think it's gonna help, so we're just gonna... Nice. Plus that, and I'm colorblind. I can't see anything in the dungeon. Fair enough. What kind of, if you don't mind me asking, what kind of color blindness are you? Because there's different types of color blindness. I found out like a week or two ago that a friend of mine is colorblind. Had no idea. I asked him what kind of color blindness does he have, and it was kind of just an interesting insight. But I've known a lot of people. It was like one of those things where you don't really think about it, and you're like, "Oh wait, you're colorblind? I have no idea." Be surprised how many people have to use like the color changing feature or whatever. Like, we had 2 people that joined the guild, like a boyfriend and girlfriend. They were awesome, cool people, but I feel like I think we were playing HOTS together or something, right? And she had to change. She was streaming it for everybody or whatever. Like we're just hanging out like a group. I think it was 6 of us, 5 of us playing and 1 watching. Man's down. And I think 2 people down. Okay, hold on. We're gonna have to get the guy, the Warrior Jojo guy. Oh, you just get him up. Get both of them maybe, yeah. Or do we hold on? Or do I hold it? Okay, we can't even hold it. It just got done. 10 minutes. Is this gonna be an update? I need to do damage. I'm doing 40k DPS. It's actually atrocious. Gonna get sent in a bit here. Okay. I'm just gonna run through and sprint through. But yeah, she basically had to play HOTS, and she, every time she was, at first she was streaming, she didn't have like any settings, and she said something like it was difficult to see, and then she had to like flip a thing. And basically the red on the enemy team or something, enemy team basically looked more orange, and allies looked more like a different type of blue hue. And the game looked kind of like a little bit warped in terms of color, just a little, but it was like super comfortable for her. Had no clue, honestly. It's kind of neat. Let's kick you if I can. Pet, please. Okay, Pet. Okay, Pet finally kicked her. I need to heal. Also, I should be hitting him with fear. Didn't spam fear, or am I? No, we're good for now. I can spam fear. Don't even need to. All right, actually gonna do some damage here for a bit. We got lost and everything. Please let this place end. Let this instance be the end of us, dude. Please. Okay, we're gonna save our mobility so we can just kind of scooch when we need to. I'm dropping Infernal. I don't even care anymore. I'm gonna save my conflagrations for movement, just so I can like move and DPS. Yeah, 1, 2, perfect. I literally have to save conflagrations if I ever want to move, and I feel like that's what this spec is gonna feel much better with the new tier set. That took forever. I don't know why that dungeon felt like it took forever. You kill Kenny? They actually killed Kenny. I do, by the way, Eddie. Hope you're having a good one. Tell me somebody got a trinket, dude. I still have this little... Tell me somebody got a good trinket, dude. Please. Ring? Do you need? I mean, that's a little bit of an upgrade. Not that much more, though. Probably not, right? Probably... Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave. I guess Warrior maybe could have gotten like a trinket, but probably unlikely. We got 2 items. Yeah. They remake the Mechanica to Bloom. I don't know the well. I could play the Blizzard because it was I can't survive them and I die every time I was playing a healer at the time. Yeah, so what I think they just need to do is like the water is blue, but then the orbs are also blue, so I can totally see like how they blend. I feel like what they need to do, right, like they did this one in Lotharis, right? It's a room full of fire and ash, but like all the mechanics are like this blue thing to it, like a wind or like white on top of like a red surface at least, right? So I wonder if they could have done like, I don't know, how would you, what color grading would you give to what color choice would you go with? Green? Red? You would have to do some different color though. Yellow maybe. Make it a lightning orb instead of like a water orb. That'll do it, right? I don't know. Little things like that help out. Plus also remove swirlies, please. Trying Holy DK. Dude, Holy's another spec where I do want to play my Death Knight, right? I do need gear on my Death Knight. But the PTR version, the 10.2 version of Unholy is so much better in how it plays than the live version. I'm pretty dog at Unholy DK on live to begin with, but like the new version is so much better. Because I really need gear, dude. I really need gear at this thing. We just do kill the DK. I'm so behind. I never even thought about it. That's actually embarrassing, dude. Hey, come back. What's the mount from BlizzCon? Let me show you. It's the this thing. It's a bound blizzard. Let me do this as well. Control. Did it not work? Console. There we go. Trying to like adjust the camera so you can see the whole thing. But yeah, it's like a Earth Elemental, but like a snowball version. It has a nice add animation as the mount, and you can get like basically this whole like Blizzard items package thing right now on the BattleNet. There's like 2 versions of it. Some of them come with like there's a bunch of goodies for like other games too, right? So there's some stuff for WoW, some stuff for the other games. There's like a battle pass. I guess if you were gonna buy a battle pass for like Diablo or Watch anyway, it's like kind of baked in. So yeah, and there's like a bunch of other stuff too. I mostly just got it for the WoW stuff, plus this is kind of like my job anyway. So what's up, Dad? What's up, Carlos? Hey to my guy. Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter is another one. I feel like Vengeance Demon Hunter plays just about fine live, or on PTR as it does in live. Havoc is improving so much on the PTR. I don't even know where I would begin playing the current version of Demon Hunter because it's momentum focused and I'm not even using that on PTR. That one would be weird. Going to BlizzCon? I would love to Super Ninja. I would love to. I wouldn't want to go by myself though. I'd want to get like a group of friends or something, right? Coordinated. And I think that'd be really fun. I did get the media pass this year if I were going. Just got an email from Blizz. Hey, you got a media access. Yeah, I would have been awesome. But unless like I knew and I set it up with some like an IRL friend of mine or just like group of friends or whatever. Like, yeah, we're just gonna go solo. That's a lot of planning and I'm not even ready for it, right? I need to figure out my schedule, get a couple of bids set up, you know, figure out like flight, hotels, all that stuff. And it's just like, yeah. I feel like if it's me and other people are doing it, it feels a lot less daunting. But if it's just me flying solo, I'm just like, all right, oh, let me to figure this out. Okay. I don't know. Thinking of being a druid hunter, which one would you recommend? For the next patch, druids are looking real good. I don't know what's going to be good, but like druids are looking kind of good. One, hybrid stuff is going to be awesome for them with Heart of the Wild. That's getting a nice little bit of a buff. Then they got, what else? Boomy got a couple of talent changes to give you more variety. At the end of the day, they're doing a lot of damage right now. Like a proper statted, properly geared, talented Boomkin are doing a lot of damage on PTR. That could change but they're doing really well in raids and single target. Normally they're really good for AoE, but they're kind of behind in single target, and it looks like this time it's turning around a little bit tuning wise. Feral got a fantastic tier set. They actually feel pretty good. They can cast Innovate in not in cat form, so it's nice. I don't know if that's gonna make them better, but like this should be really fun either way. They feel really fun to play. Bear got a not the greatest tier set. Numerically it might be fine, but like I think Bear may end up being able to ride like, oh, it was really good in season 2, and it'll be good season 3, but like the other classes got such good tier sets though. So who knows? Resto I feel like is gonna be maybe okay. They're very cooldown reliant right now to be able to like properly heal on raids, and they're trying to also shift them away. Like they're doing that for Destro, or not Destro, Demo, Affy, and Resto Druid, trying to shift them away from big button cooldowns into like basic rotation stuff. So maybe it'll be good as long as they're well tuned, but like they're getting a lot of hybrid damage buffs, like Wrath and Starfire doing 90% more damage than PTR. To get with Heart of the Wild, you use it like a nice little burst of damage. Tree, you can just spam Rasp while in tree form, instacast, and it's kind of nice, and you get little like seedlings or tree ants that spawn off of your wall in tree form, and the more of those you spawn, the faster you get the cooldown of tree form. It's kind of cool. They're doing some really cool things on that, you know. I think it's going to be much better when it comes to like having short-term cooldowns, like summon always available for every single trash pack instead of like major setups. But it should feel pretty good overall, hopefully. Hope they'll give a third spec to Demon Hunter like they did with Dragons. Dude, I think they have to. Like, if they're gonna give us Evoker and they're like, alright, it's a 2-spec class. Alright. Yep, that's gonna be how it is. Like Demon Hunter, that's all it's gonna get. And then a couple of patches later, and it's like, actually, we got something else that no works. It's a 3rd spec for Evoker. That's a buff class. Huh? Okay. And it's like, alright, I get it. Is their expansion, makes sense to give them all the nice stuff, but eventually I do hope they'll go back and give Demon Hunter like, if they made like a buff class with the augmentation, what if they gave him like a debuff spec for Demon Hunter, right? Like, Evoker makes it so your allies get more stats and do more damage, but you could have a Demon Hunter spec that's like similar, but instead of buffing allies, it'll debuff enemies. Think of like old school find weakness buff that you, or debuff that you had to maintain as like a rogue or a warrior, but like a stronger version of it, right? So maybe instead of like them having like a big burst cooldown, I mean, I'm sure they'll have like a meta of their own if they did do that, but like the big burst cooldown would be like you mark an enemy and they take like a lot more damage during a small window, so it's like inside of your allies burst, everybody gets like a free vendetta on the thing. How cool would that be, right? Or a nemesis. They could just call it nemesis, right? Enemy is now exposed, hit it really hard. It's gonna be really cool. Sounds fun as hell. I think it'd be great. I think they could totally do it, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what they're doing. As this guy though, I should do a Q on this thing, right? I'll give you guys actually a couple ideas of what we do Kios on next. I need some more gear on the mage. So what do you guys think? Death Knight, which I'll probably play as Blood if I am going to be gearing that thing. I think everything here is pretty geared. My mage probably not super geared though. So mage, druid, or Death Knight, boys. What do you guys think? Also, while I'm at it, I'm just gonna have like the PTR notes over on the side. Do I already have that? I do. Okay. So I entirely forgot about it. Put them over here so I can actually see them. Mage sounds like fun. That sounds great. I think it'd be awesome. Plus, it's just like, okay, they made a 2-spec class with Demon Hunter. Got it. Interesting. Then Evoker comes out, 2-spec. Okay, is this going to be like a norm? No, actually 3-spec. Okay, so you could take a 2-spec class and give him a 3rd. We got a class that has a slot missing. You know what I mean? I'll get the mage out of the way because I feel like mage is going to be at least easier to get into, and then druid maybe afterwards. Because if we don't get a PTR update today, then I'll probably do druid stuff as well. I do have sparks, and I have 4 crests, so I could make a crafted piece or 447. I'll probably do boots or something if I can find somebody who can make boots, because I've had like really crap boots for like ages now. Everything else is at least like 440 or so. I think that's what I really want to do is just catch up my gear to like full 40-ish item level. Weapons I could probably use better ones as well. Okay, I'm thinking do Frostmage just because I feel like it's a lot easier to play. I don't think I have a key, do I? Oh, I did do a key last week. So what do we got? Kind of wish the PTR keys were up all the time, by the way. I've been having a lot more fun over there. It's just new and fun stuff, and so a lot of the class changes are like really solid. I'm actually gonna take that. That's huge. That's a nice bit of extra item level. Replaces a ring too. But a lot of the class changes they got going on there are really solid. Like, I'm very, very satisfied with what they've done so far. I'm sure, like, if I were to... Okay, I was gonna say, I'm sure if I were to take a look at least one class, there might be one class that probably could use a bit more work. And that is true. That one class is a spec, prop paladin. That tier is still atrocious. That thing needs fixing. That thing... Okay, I'm not doing that one. 16, 17. If I can get into like a freehold or Brackenhide for just big AoE, that'd be awesome. Freehold, maybe they'll take me. I don't have much. I actually do have decent score. Decent enough. I feel like 2200 is very low though. Like right now people are looking like 3k minimum, I imagine. I don't know what's the reasonable score anymore. I'm pretty sure like just take a most reasonable number and you'll be good. Shadowmourne gonna be a joke to get. What did they change with Shadowmourne? I feel like I should have leveled for Wrath, man. Shadowmourne durable by many players. Several adjustments have been made. Not required that a player in your raid has advanced that quest. Do not require that a player in your raid has advanced the quest Flinch a Throne in order to drop. So they're just gonna start dropping instantly. Drop rate of Frost has been 25 player normal has been just a drop rate to 25 player heroic. Is that more? I'm gonna guess it's more. And boss of each Sarfang now always drops guaranteed Sharon. Okay. For Mortal Serenade can be purchased from both Emblem Frost. Oh wow, they're actually making it really easy, huh? That's cool. I wonder why they're making it easier. I think they're probably just trying to kind of like get it over with so everybody can get the weapon. Maybe because they're trying to get like classic Kata out as early as possible. Because I feel like that would be pretty good. How long did it take normally to farm up Shadowmourne? Jake, do you know? Because they're making it much quicker. So I'm wondering if they're gonna announce like classic Kata and get it out earlier than expected, and then kind of just like, all right, hurry up, get your weapon, we'll make it easy for you. All right, everybody got the weapon. All right, now we get the new expansion, classic expansion. But who knows, right? Are they selling tickets? I have no clue if they're sold out or not. I have no idea. I remember somebody posted on Twitter like they haven't sold out yet, or they basically had like one wave of tickets and then they had a second wave of tickets, and someone said the second wave hasn't sold out yet, but that was like however many days ago now. I have no clue. I decided like off the bat I'm probably not going this year, so I wasn't even keeping up with it whatsoever. Yeah, I have no idea. I think it was a 6-week progress, if not longer. 6 weeks doesn't seem that bad. It was RNG dependent. Oh, okay. I guess taking RNG out of it is probably good. Alright. Yeah. I think it's still gonna take a little bit of time, right? Okay, I thought for a second like maybe it was they're trying to like speed it up or something. But it just now it seems like they're just trying to take the RNG out of it entirely. If they can. Is that a survival, by the way? Oh, my boy. There it is, dude. Survival, I feel like, is a sleeper spec, by the way. I think everybody is sleeping on that one. Nobody's taking them seriously. And I feel like that one, out of all the specs, is probably going to end up doing better than expected for M+. Just a guess. A shot in the dark, but I got a feeling, dude. I got a good feeling about that one. 1 hour 49 minutes. Wait, yeah, that's a lot. That's they gotta really do something about the queues for solos though. They gotta find a way to just like drop it down to 5 minutes. It's like throw a game together in 5. Maybe chillin'. One hour 46 solo queue. Yeah, it seems like a long time, my guy. Seems like a very, very, very long time. They really gotta do something about that.
Watch your step. Watch your step. Watch your step. Shockwave. Watch your step. Watch your step.
God, this spec is fun. It's so easy to get into. I did wish that this spec had a bit of a different tier set though, chat. Just like a little bit better tier set. Can we pull? Yeah, I was gonna say, can we pull those guys, please?
Watch your step.
That'd be so cool if we pulled them.
Shockwave.
A wall that.
Watch your step. Watch your step. Watch your step.
That wasn't my fault.
Shockwave.
I think I'm gonna die. Go Wallace. Oh. Maybe that was a good move. Maybe long term that was the play. God, it plays so well. This is not gonna feel any different at all. Where's the rogue? Should we go on rogue after this? We're gonna do like a real like 20 or something on rogue afterwards. It's just the problem has been with rogue. It's a lot more enjoyable over on PTR now because of the class changes. Like it plays so much better over on the PTR. It's actually kind of tragic. I've been enjoying it a lot more on the PTR recently. See if I can just head over here real quickly. Maybe I can bait it.
Watch your step.
Should be able to bait it just fine, I think. Yeah, as long as I'm moving, I'll be okay.
Incorrect. Watch your
Ow,
step.
ow, ow. I'm gonna need a heal from time to time for the, what's the name? Cutesy? Cutesy? Is that what I'm reading? No. Evil Parrot too. No, blood off. Okay, I'm blind. I'm actually blind. I looked down on my abilities for like a second. It was just over. It was just kind of... Nah, it wasn't doing good at all, actually.
Incorrect.
I felt like it was doing good. But yeah, I think it's good that they kind of fixing that RNG then. Oh, you gotta get both of them. Another one? Nice. You already burn the B-res? Or, I mean, I guess we don't really need to burn it now, but...
Watch your step. Interrupt. Watch your step.
You know what? Maybe if we do a key on a rogue, maybe we should just sub, just because that's not really going to change all that, feel all that different. Because I feel like Outlaw and Assassin are going to feel wildly different. Skip? Okay, I'll do my skippy. Okay. Oh, I was thinking that we're going to do the rum by. That works, I guess. I forgot about a warlock. That is a class, apparently.
Charging. Watch your step.
God, it's so good. Wait, if they do it like this, I could probably stand over here.
Watch your step.
Let me stand like over here. I shouldn't be hit by these things at all. Yeah, I can't be hit. I cannot be hit by stuff. Look at that. The trap is under me, but I can just do my entire rotation from a distance. It is super nice. It doesn't work when he starts walking away, but if you can kind of keep things close to where the castles would be, if you place them all up there, it is a nice bit of just like cheese. Except when that happens. And that's not really cheese at all. Buy hard mobile account, PM Discord. What the? Get out of here, man. What the hell?
Interrupt. Watch your step.
Can I breathe you? There we go. Trying to see if I can maybe set up a kind of a CC chain. Or something along those lines.
Danger, danger. Change target.
There's the buff. If he Tigers lost him, that should get him out as well. Was that guy still stuck? No way.
Danger, danger.
Okay, that was real bad.
Target you. Change target. Danger, danger.
We kinda gotta break him out, don't we?
Target you.
Trying to hide from the demons inside my mind. There's nowhere to
They get a lot better at like cleaving both of them with blizzards. Just keep forgetting about the ability entirely. Oh, look at this guy over here.
Change target. Target you.
Help. Can bling this one. The meta Digimon 100 build looks cursed next patch. Wait, why? What's cursed about it? What did I miss? What did I miss? Wait, I need to know now. I haven't played WoW since SL, but in watching videos, it bring me a lot of my friends joy. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. I must appreciate ya. Thank you. It's very kind words of yours, man. I appreciate it. Glad you enjoy them, man. Since Shadowlands, you know what? Hey, Shadowlands was a weird time, but if you do end up coming back to the game for any reason, Dragonflight has been a lot of fun. 10-2 might be a pretty good time. A lot of good cheat class changes, a lot of good tier sets, a lot of good in general. I think I'll have a lot of fun with it, man. If you end up doing. Oh god. Breath? I'm gonna die. I'm cursed. This is actually cursed. Song I'm talking about, this feels like a curse. This dungeon feels like a curse. No, actually, I shouldn't say that. This is Freehold. It is actually a fantastic instance. Except I'm just dead. Okay, we got both of them. Look at the cooldown reduction. It is massive. Except my damage is just not really massive at all. Okay, this is actually getting pretty bad. Like I haven't been able to lance at all.
Watch your step.
Feeling the build. Let me take a look at it in a second. Is that cursed? Hold on. I'll need to take a look at it. That doesn't look that cursed, but like, let me take a closer look. Let me get that one, bud. Okay, that could have been much better. This man had a lot more fun with just spamming Rain of Fire than I did with spamming Blizzards. But to each is their own, yeah. Let me see if I could walk up. Waddle over. That is unfortunate. That's just tragic. Tragedy strikes again. It is fragility entirely. You know, as you say that's cursed, but I was kind of waiting for that moment, right? I was kind of waiting for us to eventually ditch fragility. Not gonna lie, I was just... I've been wanting that for a while. Like, I feel like Demon Hunter's been super reliant on it, and there's just no way you can pick up any other talents with... If you... Like, fragility is really good. Like, being able to stack up all those damage buffs and the healing buff or whatever, or the damage reduction buff, it's really strong. But it's like to the point where maybe it's a little too strong, where it's like you can't really pick any other option. You have to run fragility. At that point, I feel like that should be maybe baseline. But I was kind of waiting for that moment, honestly. I think I'm starting to figure this out a little bit better. Getting back into the swing of things. I haven't played full fragility since season 1. I guess, okay, so... I guess like if you raid there, you would run other builds for like more defense. But I think fragility is just like, isn't that still really popular? Or am I wrong? I'll take you guys with me for this one. Alright, Demon Hunter. Top build. You're... Wow, it actually does not run Wood Reaver. I guess that is a tanky build, isn't it? Okay, so I'll stand corrected then. Guess I've been out of the loop for a little bit. I just felt like the other one is so much better for damage, but I guess at some point you do need to be looking for survivability more than damage. That's in my DPS brain at that point, then acting up. Full mid, right side. So take a look at your build. I mean, it makes sense to go like into that sigil thing. Let me see if I can show the build on stream, so you guys can see what I'm looking at. That's not that bad, right? That seems doable. Pick up fracture. I feel like that should be baseline at this point. Grab yourself some AoE, pick up some basic things, a bit down the middle, really take off the whole bottom right side. That doesn't seem all that bad, right? I don't even know if these guys want to tell us that. I'm just sending it. God, it glitches back at a perfect time, honestly. I should have held my cooldowns. I wanted to see if maybe I can equalize the damage with that guy, the Warlock. We're doing pretty close, man. I actually feel this class feels so much better than the other one was playing on, Warlock. It's so much easier to get into. I gotta play these characters a lot more, man. It's like I want to play them, but I also don't. Wait, are we doing more? Yeah, we are actually. I was thinking it was gonna be a new build, but that isn't it. I think it's just Wowhead reviewing what's new in the Throne of Tides. By the way, you guys seen the Throne of Tides on stream a couple of times. What are your thoughts on dungeon reworks, man? Or, like the Cataclysm dungeon, bringing it into like the spotlight this season. Because sometimes they do it well, and other times it's just like whatever. I think for the most part they've all been pretty good reworks or reimaginings, whatever you call them. I still think a giant turtle event, one playing Pandaren one is the best. Dude, that was pretty good. Honestly, pretty awesome zone out of all of them. I got breath for this guy. The other one I don't have anything for. So might be in a little bit of troubles. Sun Squall. Okay, we got kick on that at least. I really gotta be 100% to do these guys. Oh, that's weird. What did we not pull? Chat, what did we pull? 'Cause I felt like we're kind of going by the book so far. Or at least felt very much by the books. Evening, friend. What's up, Vladius? How you doing, my man? Vladius? Did I say it right? I feel like I got that wrong. How you doing, by the way, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. Nice blades. That was. Could you please show me the image from a good spike overall? Yes, after the dungeon I can. For sure. Okay, I'm really bad. I probably could be using Glacier Spike a lot more often though. But definitely get in the habit of like spamming Glacier Spikes. Especially for like the next build. Because in 10-2, you're definitely gonna need to be on the ball on that one. Since that is gonna be where a majority of like your AoE damage is gonna come from. Or a good portion of it at least. I'm playing around with the tier set. It should be pretty up there. Unless I'm not playing it properly. Let's be honest, it's probably a pretty high likelihood of that. Oh yeah, that's definitely Tyrannical boss. That hurt. Yeah, I was gonna take that, but apparently not.
Watch well. Phase 2. Watch well.
It's safe. Actually, kind of safe, yeah.
Watch your step.
Oh, I'm gonna die. Unless we somehow do end up living. Poor guy. That was so unfortunate. Okay, next to these, I'm gonna have to try to see if I can alter time. So at least maybe we can alter some of that damage.
Watch your step.
Okay, we should be chilling for a bit. We have a B-res? We do. Which should be okay. Maybe. I'm bad.
Watch your step. Watch way. Phase 3.
Give the man a shield. Maybe that'll be enough to live. Just trying to get back over there if you can. The monk is not having a fun time, honestly. Not having a good time.
Watch your step.
All this off.
Watch way.
Can't really go over there. I don't know if you can like incap maybe. Invis. So we get a defensive. Yeah, the bear just like get the hell out of dodge.
Watch way.
How did everything go so good and then go so bad at the very end? Nice. Let me see. What is my overall with the Glacial? Glacial is second to Ice Sense. I probably could be prioritizing Glacial a lot more. That or it could be my mastery value is just not nearly as high. Because my mastery is only like 2,000 points. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be going haste mastery heavy or crit mastery. Maybe I have way too much haste. I either have too much crit or too much haste. One of those two numbers. So that probably would have been a lot higher, but it's up there. it's doing decent damage, and you'll definitely want to have this ability as like your prio as soon as it's available in the next patch, since Glacial Spike is also going to explode, doing a bunch of AoE damage. You tell me servers are down, PTR is offline, so maybe a build tonight, boys. I'm thinking we hop over there and maybe just peep it. Hold on, let me give this guys a port. Sorry, useless mage. Useless mage, pretty bad what I do. Welcome. What's up, Rob? How you doing, my guy? So maybe build tonight, boys. I might not be sleeping this evening. Might be doing that instead. You know, I might still take it easy this evening and just maybe go over it tomorrow. I really don't know. Yeah, so Glacial Spike, I imagine normally under right conditions should be a lot higher in the damage out breakdown over Icelands, or at least pretty close with Icelands. I imagine for me it's because lack of mastery, since you have less damage from your icicles, and icicles would make up your Glacial Spike, the damage per icicle. That's probably why it's not nearly as high as it could be. Boredom to Orovos. Dude, I should have. That would have been awful, cruel, and unusual. Is it tyrannical 40 week? This week is tyrannical, it looks like. That doesn't seem to be the worst with affixes. Like, what is it? Ghosties and what is it actually? It's Ghosties and Spiteful, Incorporeal. Oh, so it's like CC and ads. That's not that bad. I imagine some keys is gonna be really annoying on, but it's mostly tyrannical, I guess. But yeah, the breakdown could be better. I just don't think my stats are really where they need to be. Not yet, at least. But at this point, I'm just looking for the item level, not really the stats breakdown. Plus, also, I was given this thing as a arcane for like the longest time. So stats for arcane are just all over the place. Like all of them are pretty good. It all depends. So I just was kind of plugging into the sim, and it was like, yeah, fine, yeah, sure, whatever stat you want to do. So I not really end up favoring master nearly as much as I should have been. I do have like this thing that gives me like at least a bulk of 500, but without it I'd be only at 2000, so it'd be much lower. Also, this does end up buffing not only that, but also Frostbolt Flurry. Oh no, not Frostbolt Flurry. It's a this buffs the damage of Frozen Orb, Blizzard, Common Storm, so I probably should have a lot more mastery. Also, yeah, I forgot this doesn't only buff your icicles, but also buffs Glacial Spike itself and Ray of Frost. I should have played a different, maybe a slightly different build then, because I'm low on mastery. Should have maybe done something else. Spiteful Wakers is going to be horrible. I think Sanguine is going to be awful. I'm hoping they remove Sanguine for the entire season, because you know how they rotate affixes sometimes, a lot of like new ones, and they rotate some other stuff out. I just hope they remove Sanguine, because I feel like Sanguine is going to make those two dungeons not doable. It's really annoying to play around. So if they were to just like depart Sanguine for the season, I think that would be the play. That'd be the move. How's Sanguine come this far, honestly? I think it's just like tanks get used to just like backpedaling as stuff dies and people knock things out of Sanguine. But yeah, it's a pretty annoying affix. It's not the one that makes dungeons harder. Oh, I guess it can be, right? Remember when bosses used to be able to get healed by Sanguine? Because I don't think they can anymore. I know they can be bolstered, but I don't think they can even be healed by Sanguine either. Or maybe they can still. I don't even know. But that was like super annoying, right? If you're pulling stuff and there's a boss and you can't move him out of the way and the tank doesn't move him at all, it just ends up healing through him. They still can, I think. Oh no. How did that stay? I almost would have thought they would have added like quality of life stuff for Sanguine. But I think it would be good for like Sanguine to retire just for this season. Like, it's not terrible affix on its own, but I don't think it's gonna work super well with like, yeah, what we got going with next season. 2 dungeons that are super. I mean, you might as well like, if we ever go back to Tolda Gore, Sanguine there is gonna be just absolutely travesty, absolutely a war crime. All right, let's hop on PTR. We'll give it like a little bit of time, see if the servers come up. I imagine they would, because like if they're down, they should be getting the build done. And I wonder what they would give for the build too. Wonder what we would get. All right, they are down. Let me switch it over. I want NCW Halls of Atonement back. The hell's NCW? I don't think I've ever heard the acronym before. Halls of Atonement was okay. I hope we don't see Shadowlands Dungeons for a while. Like a long while. Necrotic Wake? Oh, I usually called it Wake. That's why I never called it NCW. Wake from SL. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to see Shadowlands Dungeons in a long while, man. Still leaves a bad taste in my mouth, the entire expansion. Maybe like Tazavesh. Maybe Tazavesh, because that was a banger. Streets of Tazavesh and the Gambit of Tazavesh, that was good. I enjoyed it, dude. It's at least Gambit. I mean, you have this whole like pack with Murlocs, and there's just a bunch of AoE. It's really fun. And you do a big skippy on the 2 dudes, or just kill them, or what is it, 4, 6, however many guardians are there. And you do the boss, and you do like the size, and you do the left, right, forward, here, there, whatever, right? Type out where the mechanic goes, CC the ads. Then you do the pirates. Pirates not that bad. And you do the pirate boss, which isn't bad once people know how to do it. And then the final boss is like the only more or less difficult part of that instance, I think. Just because it's a lot of damage taken. But like as long as you have a coordinated team that more or less assigns like where they're gonna be and all that. And as long as you can move, not get hit by stuff, you're fine. It's not bad at all. Not too terrible, at least. I still remember that one when people were trying to cheese it, like on the stairs, like, oh, maybe we can Z-axis these spokes that fly out, right, on the stairs and we don't get hit. You still got hit, pretty sure. I think that counted for it, right? It's just like, it's a stair, not like a platform. It's a little different. But yeah. Was there actually a good... I was gonna say, what was there any other good dungeons in SL that was like, that eventually probably could come back, but not like anytime soon? I thought like of the night phase stuff. Probably the other side. I think that would be okay. Some bosses, like I'd probably rework them a little so they're not like super whatever they were. But then there was a Tirna Sai, but then you have to do the puzzle mini game. And I feel like if you have the add-on for it, it's not bad, but like anybody else without the add-on is just gonna be hating themselves. DOS and Miz, both are bangers. They're pretty good. As long as you, again, as long as you had the add-on for the mini game. And I feel like they would end up removing that. But who knows? There was like an auto solver WeakAura somebody made at some point, and you're just like, you could basically, you'll be able to like see the pattern for the first room, and you could tell exactly, because there was only a handful of like ways that these rooms could like path around, right? There's a couple of combinations, and you could tell like the first and the second room, and it could tell you exactly where you gotta go. But I wonder if that would actually randomize it, or if it's gonna be like the same as it was. I guess it depends, right? Come back to the boss into the skull and show the whole route. Technically, yeah. But it was like a WeakAura that wasn't there to track where the boss is going. It was like, it saw the combination of the first room or the first 2 rooms, and it could tell you exactly how you do it. Because it was very like repetitive, week by week, or run by run, of like what kind of path you would take. You know, you never really snaked all across it, but you kind of basically always went to like 4 or 5 rooms. I think it's 4. And it was only like 3 or 4 different combinations of how you go about it. So it was just like, oh, okay, there's like 4 different paths. So if you know like first room, second room, then you can tell like which door you should go in order to get through the path you're in. If that makes any sense at all. I think it's a lot easier if I had like the dungeon in front of me to like describe it or whatever. But yeah, let's see if the servers come up. I'll give this a couple of minutes, I guess. I am hoping we'll get some more stuff when it comes to paladins, maybe even some marksmanship changes too this week. I feel like that's like a super undertone right now. I saw dungeons were more fun to push 28s on apart from theater. I don't know, I didn't really like Sanguine, I didn't really like theater that much. I didn't really enjoy Necrotic Wake just aesthetically. Well, the other one, the Kirin one, wasn't bad at all. It was doable. But like, I just, like, looking back at those dungeons, right? I look back at Legion dungeons and I just feel like there's so much variety. Yeah, there was like a handful of instances that I didn't like, but I think because there was so many dungeons, so many choices, if there was a dungeon you just did not want to run, you didn't really have to run unless you were like really trying to push score. But also like there's a lot of the times you wouldn't run the same dungeons over and over. So it was like very difficult for them to really get old, at least for me, right? Triumvirate, that one I didn't like. I just didn't really want to run that one. I don't really know. Apparently that one is really easy when you know how to do it. So I guess I just never really learned how to do that one ever. But apparently it's really easy if you know what you're doing. And I guess I just never really parked it in my memory bank. Again, we had like a billion dungeons then. Then BFA, there was like a smaller set of dungeons. But a lot of them were good. Like Shrine to the Storm was kind of cheeks. But everything else was kind of fine. And I say that as someone who isn't one of the players that hated King's Rest or hated Borealis. Like, they were kind of okay, including them in. They were not always great, but they were fun times. They weren't always all bangers, but like pretty decent. I think Season 4 definitely made King's Rest like an actual just easiest dungeon ever. Because you could do the skips and stuff. It was, oh, excellent. Oh, mwah. Chef's kiss. It was incredible. Like, more affixes like that, if ever. Imagine that was just an affix. Instead of like Sanguine or Spiteful, it's just Obelisk. And you could do skips. And those obelisks would be there for like the boss. I think it'd be awesome. Right, take some of the seasonal ideas, bring that as like just an affix for the week. Because like Reaping would be kind of cool. I didn't hate Reaping at all. That was kind of neat, right? You kill stuff, and eventually like when you get so many percentages, all those enemies come back to bite ya. And you gotta fight through them. I'm a big fan of big AoE, so I think it'll be very enjoyable. Pretty easy as well. I do remember people saying they didn't really like it because it was that easy, because it just felt like it was not really an affix. But I mean, they didn't add seasonal affixes. I'm glad they didn't, just because there's a new set of dungeons with every single one of them, right? Previously, they wanted to like, how do we add a new experience to the same instances, right? I mean, the BFA dungeons, right? You ran that same set, Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, and Season 4, nothing different, same dungeons. But the seasonal affixes gave you a little bit of that variety. So it made sense there, but it made sense to remove them because they were just getting a whole new set of dungeons. Now, you know, I think it makes sense. I think it'd be cool if they were to bring back seasonal dungeons, seasonal affixes, but not like as seasonal, but just make it an affix, right? I think that'd be kind of cool. Because the stuff they offered was neat and unique and interesting and pretty awesome. Except for like Beguiling. That one could just, I didn't like that one. Or Infected. Or Infected. Maybe like a fixed version of Infected. But like with Infected's burrowing through walls and just infecting all the mobs and just pulling everything to you. Fun. It was super good when they would just randomly go through floors and told the gore, burrow into a thing that you skipped. That thing starts running back. It socials everything with you. And now you're having to fight an entire squadron. And everything else just gets reinfected all over again. It's just the worst. Just the worst. Let him Tormented come back. Fun as a healer. Tormented. What was Tormented again? I don't remember Tormented. I don't remember which one that was. I remember only like what, Season 1 of SL. I didn't like that one. Season 2 was pretty cool with powers. Season 3 was really good. Like with buffs. Season 2 of Torgus powers. That wasn't bad at all. I felt that wasn't bad whatsoever, because like you could skip some of them and their mechanics would be part of the boss fight, but like you could figure out what you wanted. It was fine when those things were kind of out of the way. You didn't have to do all those mini bosses, right? You could ignore them and avoid them if you wanted to. I feel like that was the benefit of them, if they were like a little off to the side. Most of them at least. So they were more like optional rather than mandatory. Because then it's like, okay, it's a choice, right? Get buffs, kill them, but then make the entire dungeons a little bit easier, depending on what buff you get. Or ignore him, get to the boss quicker, but then you have to deal with his mechanics. Because then there's like some cool choices you could make, like final boss of Halls of Atonement. You could take the slow debuff, and you were fine. But other ones you couldn't really do that. And I like the choices, I guess. Giga crit and haste and some passive DPS and HP. Didn't as a healer you would pick up like Sanguine Ground or something? Sanguine Blood, where allies could stand in it to heal or it did damage to enemies. Or am I wrong about that? Rest of Dirty Sarah just completely topped you up. It's been a while, man. I barely remember him, honestly. At least for the healer side. I remember for DPS there was like some procs, but I think it just took like crit. Just took stats. I know there was like an axe you could randomly toss out, and like I think it had an execute mechanic to it. Like the lower enemy's health is the harder it hits, or the more often it procs. I don't remember. Season 1, it was prideful. It was like the big old red thing that would spawn after you get enough percentages, and you had to fight it, and it like AoEs, and it just does AoE damage, and a person would just get like what is it, diagonal lines of like things are gonna shoot out of you, and that thing was super annoying because it would just like do more damage, and you really had to burn a cooldown into it. And then we get like a buff, and you could take it into a boss or into a trash pack and nuke it. But it got so like it was such a waste of time. People would just like shout them out, if they like, at least in MDI, they would shout them out, skip it. And when you have an affix that you're trying to avoid, like the plague, to me it means like that's probably not a good design. It's a hurdle that you don't even want to do when it's supposed to be like a rewarding experience. You kill it, get a big buff, you get through the rest of the dungeon. I like the on paper it sounded good. I feel like in practice it was just like, I also do think that it was treated unfairly because that first season of Shadowlands was 9 months, and I'm literally exhausted just thinking about it. Literally just the idea of 9 months playing without affix. I want to go to bed. I want to take a nap. There was no one like the positive affix that why they went with them. There was no one that didn't like them. I think it's just their theory is the affixes should be a hurdle rather than a buff, or have some kind of like a kiss curse mechanic. And I feel like they maybe leaned into the kiss more than the curse. I feel like those were fun, and I feel like that should be more important, right? Is it a fun affix? Yes. Okay, just don't change it. Is it unfun? I get it, they want to make it a hurdle or whatever, make it difficult, but like I think scaling already does it, right? Scaling is already pretty big. Mob scale and stuff, and bosses. I feel like it's already a big enough hurdle. But I think it's also a balance. I do think they need to experiment more with kiss curse mechanics, right? Hey, here's a mechanic, but you do it properly, you got a buff, you got rewarded for it, right? Then I think as a new player, you go into the game, you learn what not to do, and you get rewarded for doing the right thing. And I feel like you just end up learning things better that way, you know? But a lot of the times it's just like, oh, if you stand in this thing, you die. If you don't stand in it, you live. And it's like, well, that doesn't feel that rewarding. That just feels like it's either avoid the punishment, or I die, or I jump right in, head first. You know? But yeah, we'll give this a bit more time. I really love the Wrath King affixes, too many on the list. Yeah, you guys actually in Wrath, there's a lot more kiss curse mechanics, and I think that could be kind of fun. I do think they reconsider it, but I think what they got going on right now, like let's limit it, let's get some new ones, no seasonal. I think that stuff is good, right? Down to Tyrannical Fortified, and then 2 things are hurdles, and then new set of dungeons. I think what they got is pretty good. I do hope they end up iterating a bit more, because it feels like they're just mostly testing dungeons this season, but they're not really testing affixes this season. So I imagine like affixes are mostly gonna stay. I would like just to see some affixes retire, right? Sanguine gone, and maybe like +1. I don't know, what would you remove if you could remove any 2 affixes right now for the next set of dungeons? What would you pick? Because I know I'd pick Sanguine, but like, what would be a second option? Because I don't really hate any of them. Like Spiteful is kind of annoying, but unless you have like a class that can deal with them pretty easily, or like a Ring of Peace or Knockback. Incorporeal, is that the one we got a crowd control? That's the one we just played with. I don't think that one's bad. I think some classes can deal with them super easily, but that one doesn't seem terrible. trusting pugs to do them is annoying. But I feel like classes, like if you're I kind of see your point. Like if you have a mage or a warlock in the group, they can just throw them in a fear or throw them in a poly. And it's like, to me, the way I look at it is, oh, I could deal with it in just a global. Or I can spec it to Hex as a shaman this time around. That's how I look at it. But if you're just like, I just want a DPS, I don't want to have to CC, have the healer do it. I feel like it has ended up kind of becoming a healer mechanic though, doesn't it? Saying when Volcanic should go away. Volcanic? Really? I feel like Volcanic is the one that people get most excited about because it doesn't really feel like an affix. That's interesting. That's a take. And there's no bad takes. I just wonder what you guys' opinions are, but that's an interesting one. I didn't expect that. That was not on my bingo card. The most warlocks, don't know you could fear. Yeah, like you could just fear them. Havoc Mortal, or just throw one in the fear, throw another in the fear, and they just first one stops like doing stuff. Seems like as soon as you get hit by CC, they just kind of give up. Or just throw one in the fear and just hope for the other person to do the other one right. I do think that the fact that two of them spawn, sometimes two people will CC the same one, and if let's say if you have like a monk and a hunter, right, in cap and trap getting thrown into one, and now you ought to CC, right? So I think it'd be kind of cool if maybe they were like desynced a little, right? We have one spot pop in, you get a CC, another pops in, another class gets a CC. So maybe you can like, you know, play around that a little. You know, I get the first, I get the second. Hey Dal, what's up, Alexander? How you doing, my man? What do you think about the best? What do you think will be the best DPS spec for rating for 10.2? Hard to tell because that really will come down to performance, damage-wise. Also, if you're looking at like healer, tank, and DPS, that's also going to be very different because it's fight by fight specific. It looks like a lot of guilds are prepping maybe to go Brewmaster, Protection Paladin, because Blessing Protection Spell Warden seems to be pretty good there. Maybe Vengeance Demon Hunter over Havoc, but Havoc seems to be doing good numbers right now. That may not stay, so maybe like a safe choice. One of those two for tanking. As for healers, I think Holy Paladin, Holy Priest was doing some surprisingly good healing. But I think Disc is going to probably be played because of the rework. Paladin's probably going to get quite a bit of play. Shaman, maybe there's some stackability, but who knows really. I think Resto, Druid, and maybe Mistreor maybe actually be pretty good. Usually you need like one throughput class though. I know that Augmentation is going to be good. I feel like that's never going to be bad. Or almost never going to be bad. As for DPS, I think Rogues are going to be pretty good though. Because they got more survivability, the rework is good. I feel like the profile is pretty nice. Unholy Death Knight might be good because the profile is also being adjusted as well. Mages maybe, because I feel like... I think at the end of the day, it comes down to what will be good for the final boss for Rack, right? Which classes are going to be the best for Rack, because you'll basically be trying to gear classes that you're going to be taking into Rack. And I haven't really seen like what Farak looks like or what will be necessary of that fight. Is it a 2-target fight? Is it a short-term ad fight? Is it a big burst phase or whatever? Is it like sustained damage, right? There's a lot of mobility, not enough mobility. But I think in general, Rogues are going to be pretty good. That reroll looks solid. Demon Hunter should also be pretty solid. I think Hunters are going to have at least one raid spot with a Hunter's Mark. That's going to be nice. But you have your Mages. They should be decent. Warlock should be decent. At least you'll want one of them. Warrior, I'm not really sure about. I feel like people are sleeping on Prop Warrior though, but Warrior, I just don't really know as a class. Paladins, I think, should be super pretty good. Like Holy Paladin seems like a must-have. But I think, if any, I think the only guarantee is Evoker. I feel like everybody's gonna need a couple of them at least. 2 Augs and maybe like 1 Aug, 1 Dev, or 1 Aug, 1 Preservation. So I would just at least plan for a couple of different classes that you're interested in playing. That's what I would do, like if you're between classes. It's hard to tell what's going to be like fundamentally the best, like as soon as you sign up as this class, everybody's going to take you into their groups immediately kind of deal. We won't really know until like closer to like the final build of PTR. Yeah. There's more to call work on it. It does for a little bit on the ads, but it's like 3-4 seconds of CC. It doesn't like stop them entirely. So like you could use it like it's about to finish gas, throw a mortar call, right? They'll get horrified for a little, they'll try casting again. I don't know if they'll finish the cast afterwards. Maybe if like mortar call them and hit them with a curse of tongues, then maybe you won't have to deal with them. Who knows them? Thank you for your answer. No problem, Alexander. If you ask the question of like Mythic Plus or maybe like, you know, Mythic Plus, I feel like it's a little bit, would be a little bit easier to tell. As for raids, man, it's a bit more of a complex question because there's a lot more going on there. This is Petco's M plus prediction. Okay, not a tier list or not a final tier list. Just a guy named Petco from M plus. Og and Havoc. I think with Havoc, how well it's doing right now, probably. Yeah, actually very likely. Like if that damage numbers continues doing the do, that's gonna be real good. Outlaw, Assassin, Rogue. I can see it. I think that's definitely gonna be up there. They're looking real good right now. Enhanced, Red, Arcane. I haven't seen Arcane play a lot, but Fire Mage. One tuned well. Sub Rogue, BM. I think BM is gonna be pretty up there. Would be Fury up, to be honest. You think so? I am a little sad Frost Death Knight is down in the sea, but like, because they're fun and they got a pretty decent tier set. But who knows? I'm pretty sure they're just trying to be like super like chill. Marksman is trash. Dester's trash. I'm a little sad about that, but I can't really. I think they just need hotfixes, man. Hotfix needed for Arms Warrior. I haven't even seen a single Arms Warrior. I haven't even got to play Arms Warrior in keys. I feel like next time we do keys, I should play Warrior like Prot, Fury, Arms. More testing needed. Dude, I feel like Devastation Evoker is going to be a permanently more testing needed class. It's going to be right there. Because everybody is AUG now. Because like, yeah, you could play Devastation because you like it. Or you could play AUG and be tankier. Useful. Right? And that's really kind of a big deal. Like, can Dev do a lot of damage? Yes. With PI and all the other buffs. With PI and stuff, yeah, it can. AUG does not need a PI. It's just there to buff you. So you can throw a PI in the mage, buff the mage, gives them a lot of damage. And it works. And you're more survivable than a Dev. And you have the same utility of a Dev. You know, not different at all. You don't have personal damage, so like the only situation where I could see there be an issue is if let's say your allies are constantly dying around you, falling like flies, right? Then it's like, well, you probably need somebody to do damn. Dev is a meme though. What's the Dev and AUG is the thing? Yeah, I kind of miss Dev, man. I miss Dev being a thing. I feel like they need to find a way to bring Dev back. Bring back Dev Evoker, man. Bring back the developer Evoker. You know? Just rest in peace, man. Homie got slain before he really got to fly. I think it's like, I don't even know if it's the made Dev. I think they should have made Dev tankier. But it's just, Dev is not a bad spec. It's just AUG is a better spec. So it just makes Dev feels like trash. It's just, it's sad, man. Dev kind of pipes in raid, second highest DPS and raid encounters. Devastation? Is it really? Is it actually though? Let me look. Let's take, I don't know, like a single target fight, yeah? Single target fight like, I don't know. I guess, what, Sarkareth? Or like Kazara? Because people are kind of cheesing Kazara now, but... Let's do Rashok, because I don't think you can really easily cheese Rashok. Like, you do have the mechanics and stuff. Right, all percentiles, 95th percentile. Okay, is this gonna work? It's the 95th percentile, boys, yeah? Okay. Unholy Death Knight is up there. This is just raw DPS. Actual boss fight, actual mechanics. Rashok, 95th percentile, current patch. AUG is up there, contribution wise. So Kazara, you just kind of roll less healers, bunch of AUGs, and pump the boss. It's a cheesable boss now. You can kill her in like a very, very short time. So that one I feel like I should probably throw out. Just so like, okay, we have a mechanics, right? It's all important. You have to do stuff. But how much damage can you do while having to make dodge stuff, you know? While having to do mechanics. I don't know, man. I'm not really seeing it. I want to do that. We were doing that, I think, in the guild. We were doing that, I think, last week. Weird. In the guild, I think we were doing that last week. We brought up 4 evokers in our group. I didn't really do super well, but like we nuked that boss. It was crazy. You're not gonna kill her in like 20 seconds or like anything like that, right? But it's kind of like similar to Cheese and Zakali, right? Big burst, try to burn through the boss as fast as possible. Very little healers and just do mechanics properly. Or Augur running on 5. Never cleared Mythic faster. I think it's pretty fun with Augs. But you can see like Marksmanship actually does quite a bit of damage. BM does a bit of damage. Frost Death Knight also does quite a bit of damage. Frost Death is actually not even that far behind Unholy. Unholy is like the big pumper. Feral Druid actually is really up there. Assassin Rogue, Sub-Brindis, Outlaw Rogue are pretty close to one another. Havoc is way down here. Arcane down below. Where Arcane used to be really, really good. Fire Mage right now, like if you can just do consistent damage, it's pretty good for that. Warriors, you just gotta be warriors, I guess. Survival Hunter, Poor Man's, Balance Druid, which is gonna be growing up quite a bit. But also you should know like 130 is the lowest, 143 is the highest. So like the spread is not that far different. Like they're actually kind of sort of pretty close to one another, right? It's not like one completely is like obscenely above everybody, right? There is a difference. It'd be nice if there was a little closer, but like you're never gonna get it perfectly, right? When will the test server open? We're kind of waiting on it right now. It's really just comes down to just waiting until it eventually happens. It may open in like a couple of minutes. It may open like later tonight. I'm probably going to stick around for a little longer. And if it's not really doing it, I'm just going to probably peace out for the night and then hop on it whenever it's available. But if anything, we'll be on PTR tomorrow on stream. I'm still refreshing like the forum post to see if we get a new build. I'm gonna skip that song. I'm gonna skip that song too. I gotta go through like the 2022 mixes and 2021 mixes and see if we can find some gems. I feel like there's a lot of decent songs from NCS that I haven't heard in a while. Like very solid songs that I just haven't heard in a bit. But yeah, I can take a bit of Naz. Last week the servers were up like pretty early. I think when it went down we did like a couple of dungeons on time walking and around like 6 PM, so like an hour ago. So we're just like all good. It all depends what they're trying to implement and like what it takes for them or whatever. All depends what they're adding on the servers this week. This week too, actually this week is the final raid testing week. Look at this. Mythic Igara the Cruel on Friday. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to really test these. And then Volkoros. Is that the Snake Man? Is that who Volkoros is? So we're still up at like 11 PM GMT because the live till at 10:30. We're still up. I don't really know my time zones at all, Jake, so I have no clue what how that works for US. I just don't have that naturally in me, right? 11 PM GMT. I have no clue what that is in US. Because I looked 2 hours ago, I'm like, oh, okay. But 11, I have no clue. I'm in that right now. So like an hour ago then. Okay. They were up till... So they went down an hour ago. Yeah, it could take them a second. Depends what they add in there. But it's going to be the final... what is it? The final raid test is this week. That's it. No more. Interesting. I mean, it just says like, what? Probably means that patch is coming out soonish, but like how soon? Nobody knows. I do hope that maybe like after this reset, maybe like over the weekend announce, hey, this 110.2 is coming out. Get your alts ready, you know what I mean? So -5 if you're East Coast. It's like an hour ago. Okay, yeah, an hour ago is works for me the best, I'd say. You feel like I'd be really good with time zones because I'm always dealing with like EU and NA stuff constantly, right? Trying to line stuff up. I don't actually learn them like the back of my hand at all. I only really know the US time zones with like EST, PST, all that 3-hour difference, and like Russia because that's where I came from. It's 10-hour difference. That's about it. I still have to do math. This just a roll of the tongue for me, and the whole Europe side, I know there's like a lot of like little time zones throughout the entire region, GMT, CEST, and whatnot. And I'm just like, I don't know what you guys' standard. I don't know what anyone standardizes in. Like US, if you tell somebody, anybody in US, 4 p.m. EST, everybody knows exactly what you mean because that's like more or less the standard. Is usually EST. Usually, not always, but usually. But like, I don't know what the standard is for EU at all. I don't know. I feel like everybody uses a different one. It's kind of, it's neat, but it's also kind of funny. I heard when I find out that Australia is like 30-minute different time zones. Has a 30-minute different, why? Like who? Like they already got like some of the most like dangerous animals and insects to worry about. And now they want to put 30 minutes in between each time zone. Yeah, that would make my brain hurt too. That would make my brain hurt too. I feel like my brain would just ignore the 30-minute apart and just learn like the hour differences and just that's it. What's that? Melbourne time, you know what I mean? Melbourne time, that's it. I know that? Okay, I know the rest of them. It's funny though, it's good. It's good. It's good. I'll give it a little bit more time and we'll see how things go. Just waiting sim. Another thing I could do, I guess, is I could just do some. Never mind, I can't even do that. I was gonna say do some time walking dungeons because I'm leveling a bunch of characters or heritage sets, but also trying to get like the time walking buff. I can't even do that because I'm not even right level. I need to be like a level 30 or 35 minimum to queue. But I already got it down to a plan, right? As a leveling strat or whatever. Trying to get all the heritage sets. I'm gonna be doing orc in my free time. That'd be fun. Because I've never actually done the orc heritage quest. I did the human one. That was really good. I enjoyed that a lot. But apparently the orc one is real good. Everybody else said it was really good. But I'll be going back and doing a bunch of them as much as I can. Because I can't really level any more characters. I got everything maxed. I should probably take some time this week though to experiment with some alts and try to see if I can just like craft a bunch of gear though. I feel like that's some bit of a missed opportunity. And also, I might actually be raiding tonight, chat. For the last few weeks, like it's been kind of chill, you know. We're just kind of hanging out, not really try-harding the raids too much, right? I mean, people are doing heroics, people are doing like a couple of mythics here and there. I've been mostly skipping out on those. And even for like the raid bosses, I'm at a point with my rogue where not a single item from the current raid of Aberrus is an upgrade for me. Maybe some stuff from Mythic Plus, but I'm set. Literally not a, I got every single trinket, I got the cloak, all the weapons I need, everything. There's literally not a single upgrade for at least pure single target damage. So, can't really do much more. I'm even running like the Aeronog ring, like 421 item level. That does a little bit of fire damage. It's like very little fire damage, but it's actually still really good for some reason. I have no idea how. But yeah. So I actually haven't really been able to raid at all because I don't need anything, so I'm fine sitting out and I can just get work done and stuff. Last week I did a few fights as an AUG. Not bad at all, actually super fun. But I think this week a bunch of people are out, so I might actually have to raid, dude. I might actually have to be raiding. Favorite expansion ever? So far, I have to say Legion. I mean, Dragonflight could still... I feel like the only way to really judge an expansion is after it is over, right? So Dragonflight is going to be one of those that I will judge after we pass Dragonflight, so we can look back on it, the whole experience with the final patch involved and everything. But out of all the ones that I played, I started in Cataclysm, I played some MOP, WAD, and since then, Legion was my favorite. I felt like in Legion there was a lot to do outside of just endgame stuff, right? Whether you want to PvP, whether you want to do dungeons, raids, that's all good. You know, that's always going to be a system that they invest time into, the end game. But I felt like there was a lot to do in Legion outside of it, whether it is just like working on your artifact weapon skins, whether it is getting your hidden skins for all your weapons, and every class having a different one, the campaigns for every single class, so much replayability to it, Mage Tower as well on top of it, the Wither training. I felt like they did a really good job with it, and also like the continents and stuff, especially when they did like the Argus or whatever, and exploring and killing rares and all that. I enjoyed it. It was really fun. Legion was really good. Wrath was fun. I wish I played like the original Wrath back in the day. It's just something I missed out entirely on. I just wasn't... I'm trying to remember if I was like even in the States by then, because I had to move here. No. When did Wrath come out? It has the new one, the 2022 date, but what about the original? What if I write original? Mm-mm. 2008? Oh wow. What was I doing in 2008? I don't even remember, man. I don't even remember, but I missed out on it entirely. I never really got like around to WoW until Cataclysm-ish. But yeah, I just didn't really know too many people that I mean, I know like a friend or two that has WoW here and there, right? And leveling character was fun, but it's not like something that we got super drawn into, I guess, at the time. But yeah, I wish I played back then. I think that would have been a really cool time, because like everybody on the Mother played, and a lot of people would speak fondly of it. I just would have loved to be able to experience it. And I thought to myself, I probably should level in Classic, right? Classic Wrath. And I was, but at some point I just kind of stopped. I feel like the Classic experience is not going to be nearly as the same as the original. It could definitely be fun. I feel like Classic in general would have been more fun for me if I had someone like to play with consistently. I feel like it would have been a fantastic time. But it just wasn't something I got into super on my own easily. Started End of the Wrath, but I didn't have my own character till Cataclysm. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm a Cata baby, man. I'm a Cata baby. I didn't really even do like a proper raid until like what, Firelands was about to be over, and we did the not Throne of Thunder. It was Throne of the Four Winds, man. That was my first raid. Baby's first raid. There was like what, 10 of us. Bunch of dudes from Goldshire that would just duel each other outside. Some of them did have like a raiding guild that they raided with, but, so they had a PvE set and a PvP set or whatever, like, right, you know, just like a community thing. Just grabbed all the friends we had on the server. We're like, all right, we want to do a raid. I have not done a raid ever. And we're like, all right, let's do it. And we basically ran the whole thing. A lot of people were, some people were learning it for the first time, and others were like patiently adding like hints on how to do these fights or whatever, or ideas, suggestions of what we could do differently. It was good, dude. It was good. And the best part of that raid too, the way it ends, right? So the final fight is against Alakir, big storm elemental guy. He's on a platform, and you have these lightning walls that go from like left and right side, and you gotta dodge those while doing the mechanics, right? And at the end, like I think he tosses everybody up in the air, and you kind of gotta swim through the air, right? And every time, like every few seconds, like where in your position there's like lightning orb that spawns, so you gotta kind of shift all together as a stack. And by then, like it's just basically like a big enraged mechanic. Everybody's getting picked off, and it's just me healing my twin on the tank, boss at like 1% health. And we're just like, kill it, dude, kill it. And it's just that adrenaline rush of killing the boss, because we were doing it for like, I don't know, an hour or two maybe. I don't remember. It's a long while. Literally baby's first raid. It was so good, dude. It was so good. Then we got into like an actual raiding guild. Doing normals of Dragon Soul. And yeah. So I wish I could have gone back to like, you know, play in Wrath. I think that would have been an awesome experience, man. I think that would have been great. So I had a lot of fun in Cata. And more people played in Wrath and Cata. So I feel like, just imagine how big that server would have been, because we were playing on like a small server too. Alrighty, boys. I'm gonna give it like 5 more minutes or so for the servers to be up. But otherwise, I think I'll call it. And I'll check it out whenever it's out, yeah? And we'll come back for it tomorrow. I'll probably do like what any kind of class video update on it. If the surveys and leaks about Kata Classic are true, then it might be huge. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Kata Classic is the only other place it could go, right? And if they were to like remake Cataclysm Classic, right? Keep it more like similar to the constant cadence and feel of like Wrath, but like, you know, adjust Kata a little bit, right? Because I feel like if they adjusted the dungeons to feel more similar to Wrath, because like, you know, the difficulty on Heroic, I know that in Wrath versus like Kata was like very, very, very different. But if like do classic Kata, but like adjust it a little, it could be decent. But I feel like after Kata is probably where they would end, right? Because then Miss Pandari really start to feel very different. Well, more like challenge on plus. But yeah, like they could probably, like, you want a challenge mode, you could add like a classic vanilla, classic Kata M plus mode, like they do with Wrath, right? A mythic version or challenge mode, whatever. Because there's a place for it. Not everybody's into it, but there's definitely a place for stuff like that. You know? But like, I think it's kind of decent when it's like a little catch-up element. $381 hours? Damn. You got me beat. Holy cow. Holy. 800, almost 400 hours? 381, man. You got me beat. What the hell? Damn. I only recently got to 300 mark. This guy's at 400 now. What the hell? Oh my god, dude. I'm about to finish my second playthrough of Baldur's Gate, by the way. Tactician. I feel like I'm just massacring through the game at this point. Like all that experience built up from the first run, taken into second run. There's like a part of the game I'm going through, kind of like the ending, where you can call on allies to like help you in combat. Haven't called on a single ally. Just kind of four-manning it. Well, plus summons, plus like a character supposed to kind of do the go through with, I guess, in a way. Took a break from WoW Legionnaire before BFA. Started playing Overwatch 1 and 2. Supposed to do good masters. Think about vibing with paladins is more comp heavy. Yeah. Yeah, vibing with paladins. Paladins, huh? That's a hell of a game, dude. My second playthrough, I two-shot Red Dragon the last fight. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Have you done a tactician playthrough, Manchooks? In your other playthroughs, or was it just always balanced playthrough? Because I'm going through tactician right now. I don't know how I'm gonna do Dragon, dude. Everything has been a joke so far. Except for the bronze Drake. Right? Under the jail. That took more out of me, and they still have not fixed. They somewhat fixed the walls, but they haven't fixed it. Tactician second playthrough? Yeah, okay. Then I'm behind then. I'm behind then. Only good thing Paladin does the comp does with comp that Overwatch doesn't is hero bans. Do you think Overwatch would have been better with hero bans? Like basic league stuff? Personally, it's harder when there's not a fixed meta like Overwatch. It's harder when there's not a fixed meta. That's why I think they were trying to like do only one tank. But yeah. I think having like a fixed meta probably would be better. Make Overwatch so much better. I guess it would just limit like the amount of counterplay and the fact that everybody could just switch over, right? You switch to a hero, they switch to a hero that counters you, then you have to switch to a hero that counters them, and then they can switch over, and you can just kind of limit that window, right? Make more of a strategic move before the game even begins. I guess it could be kind of cool, yeah. I just don't really play a lot of Overwatch, so I wish I like could really talk in depth on it, you know, wax poetically about it. Once you get 12, it's cake. Once the guys do 200 damage in one round. Yeah. Yeah. There's a very clear meta in Paladins though. When you start climbing higher. I guess it's really nice. On one hand, I think it's good to have like a stable meta. On the other hand, I do like the variety and almost like the chaos. I'm just like anything works, everything works. But also I don't play those kind of games like what League, Dota, or Watch all that much. I think where my brain comes from is like when WoW you have to invest into a single class. You gotta level it, you gotta gear it, right? And if it's not meta, well, I guess you just gotta invest into another class, level that, gear that, right? It takes time. Whereas Overwatch or League, for example, you just switch character. Then you're good. You're done. That's it. Investment not nearly as high. Maybe that's why I have that different mindset. Chat, I don't know if the servers. I'm actually gonna give it 3 more minutes just until 7:30. Watch servers go up as soon as I leave though. I'll give it a couple of minutes, man. I like hanging out with you boys. If anything, we'll do some more PTR stuff tomorrow. See the class changes, see what's new. I'll probably get a bit of a preview tonight anyway. Unless for some reason PTR servers are gonna be all kinds of whack. Who knows? Very true. WoW PvP feels like especially 5511. Feels like chess. Yeah. But it's like you invest so much time into a single character, you kind of want that character to be good, right? Imagine spending all the time gearing, leveling, all that, right? And it's like, oh, it's not meta. Shucks. Guess I gotta do that grind all over again. So you kind of like want to just be able to invest into a character and be able to play just that, right? At least with WoW, there's like, what, 3 specs for every single character? So at least there's going to be 1 spec that's meta, at least when it comes to like arenas, I guess, right? Play Paladin, you play all 3 specs. Or I guess 4 if you're Druid, 2 if you're Demon Hunter, 3 if you're Evoker. I've been playing South Park Game Too Funny. Yeah! What is the Sick of Truth? Is that the one? That was good, dude. That's a good one. I never played it, but I watched a guy play through it. I think it was like, I forgot who. But it was good. Yeah. Guess I can bring this up as well, so you guys see me refreshing. But if the servers are up, I'd like to at least give like a very quick look at everything that's new, because it looks like rogues for the most part are done. You think they could give Vengeance Demon Hunters more stuff? Because like the guy in WoW had said, it doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of time to really reimagine Vengeance, but like the stuff they gave him is enough, and like it should make you pretty happy. Havoc definitely got a lot more work into it so far. Unless we just got like a fat update for Vengeance, just absolutely changes it entirely. Problems with PvP and 2s, healers should be banned, and there should be a 2v2 solo shuffle. Imagine if those just do double DPS solo shuffle. That'd be interesting. That could be neat. But I think the game is balanced around 3s, which is why they did 3s. 2s are not balanced at all, right? Not at all. Some classes just wouldn't really be able to survive super well. You know, comps and combinations you can get a lot more important. I think they just gotta find a way to like get healers into. That's like the stopgap for solos, isn't it? Just healers. Just gotta get them more games in, quick games to them. Yeah, I feel like you'll definitely get a lot more games, but like it's not really balanced. And I feel like that's what they're considering when they're thinking about it. I don't know. Maybe you're right though. Maybe quick games is better. Who knows, right? Alright, hit it. And yeah, I'm gonna go chat. I'm gonna go, boys. I'm done for the night. I'm gonna get myself some food. I'm gonna chill. If the servers come up, the servers come up. I don't even know if I'm raiding tonight or not. A lot of people are out, so I'm kind of just across my fingers like, please don't make me raid, right? Just so I can chill, just do PTR stuff and maybe go to bed early. Put in rank. Don't take until the shovel's balanced. Well, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know if it is or isn't. No idea. I mean, I just need they just need more healers, right? Find a way just to inject more healers into the queues, because there's plenty of DPS that want to play. They just gotta get healers that also want to play at the different MMRs or whatever. But yeah, I'm planning on playing second game after I finish Stick of Truth. Oh, the second one? Yeah, I heard that was pretty good. I didn't think the second one was as like good, but it was decent. It was all decent. Like if you're not playing it for like the gameplay specifically, but rather for like the jokes and stuff, then it's pretty good. Pretty chill. I felt like they definitely struck lightning with the first one. But chat, I'm gone for the night. Thank you so much. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna get some food. Maybe pop in the O chat, figure out what the hell we're doing for our roster tonight. But yeah, that's gonna be fun. Thank you all. You guys are awesome. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, probably for PTR stuff, yeah? Alrighty, boys. Have yourself a good one. Peace.